Hey, what's good, y'all? This your girl Raina here. Thanks for tuning into the channel Subconscious Truth. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus too. So we're gonna dive right into the energies, and we have the Justice card, which is the heart of the matter situation, and it's dealing with cause and effect karma. Shit is coming back around, or this is a decision you have to make, where you have to be fair and you have to be objective. What's crossing you is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups deals with her emotions, and this could be with the heart chakra. You could be in a loving mood, or there's unconditional love here. This is about being receptive too. But this is definitely our emotional attachments to people, places, and things. Is it healthy? Because you have the two of swords, and two of swords is you being conflicted about a decision you have to make, which is where this Justice card comes in. You're gonna have to make a decision when it comes to love, things that you're emotionally attached to. Two of swords, you're either not receptive to love, or you're not giving love, or you're dealing with somebody like that or you're dealing with somebody like that, or you were dealing with somebody like that in the past. This is a stalemate. You could be in denial because your emotions is clouding your judgment. You're not listening to your intuition. This is where you need to meditate. Bring your mind and your heart. Balance it as one so you can come up with a solution, with the right decision moving forward in this situation. This is where your heart says one thing, but your mind says the other. But you go with your heart. And sometimes your heart is not making the right decision, because the Queen of Cups loves unconditionally. She always wants to heal somebody, love somebody. And if they're not receptive to it, it ain't gonna work. Plain and simple. If somebody is not being receptive to the love you given to them, and it ain't gonna work. But with the Six of Wands, the foundation of the situation, you got triumph, you got victory. So I feel like you have the strength to move on in this situation. However, you could have been dealing with a fire sign, and maybe you just was looking at this guy's success. Maybe he looked good, you know what I mean? And you see where you fit. Well, at least you're trying to tell yourself that. Or a situation you thought was going to bring you success, now it's like your emotions cloud your judgment. Now you conflicted. You don't know what to do, how to get out of this situation, or how to fix this shit, because you can't see straight. You're not seeing straight because you could have either, what is the word? You could have celebrated too soon. Your ego was in the way. That's for some of y'all though. Now you got yourself in a situation where you conflicted on what to do, because there's no balance here. Or some of y'all are realizing that you need to get out of this, and you need to have the strength to get out of this, and you will, because you have success and victory here. With the Eight of Cups, your higher self, your conscious self is saying walk away. You're walking away. But this could also be emotional habits and patterns that you do. Where you may have this attachment, or this like emotional attachment that aren't healthy. You stay in situations because it makes you feel emotionally secure, but in reality you're not really happy. It's more like anxiety and fear is keeping you there, or you don't know what to do. You just don't know what to do, so you just stay. You don't feel like you have the strength. You don't feel like you will have victory, but you are. Once you are able to look at the situation from a more objective view, once you're able to get your mind and your emotions aligned and listen to your intuition, you will be able to make a fair decision, because it's about everybody that's involved. The people you love, the people who's loving you, whatever emotion attachment you have. But with the strength card, there is definitely strength. Like there is, at the end of this, you're gonna come out stronger. You're gonna come. You may need to be more courageous. May need to be more compassionate, instead of putting yourself in situations by where nobody's loving you, but you are loving them unconditionally. Here, the strength card is telling you just accept the person for who they are, but move away. Strength, showing compassion. It's one thing to be showing compassion, and one thing to just be loving a person unconditionally. Because when this Queen of Cups, she could be too passive. She could be too forgiving, and it's not the situation. It's not time for that. You being in denial, like, you keep probably forgiving somebody over and over again. You're just not catching on. Like, obviously this person doesn't love you, or you don't love this person. So why keep putting yourself in this situation where you need to just have the strength, and get out of the situation and tame your emotions, so you could just show compassion and forgiveness to yourself and to others. But that doesn't mean you need to stay there. It's okay to say no. It's okay to let that person go through what they're going through. If they're not ready to open up, they're not seeing what you're seeing, then that's their journey. That's their path. That's their concern. The Queen of Cups, to me, sometimes try to heal people, and they're not ready. They're not ready to heal. So, this is for those who it resonates. Just know that, you are in a situation where there's cause and effect, and things, what goes around comes around, and just make sure your heart is light. You're doing the right thing for yourself and others by being objective in the situation, looking at things from a more objective standpoint. You know what I mean? Because the outcome is the strength. Needing to have more control over your emotions, needing to be more compassionate to yourself and others, and accepting of others and yourself by walking away, letting go emotionally, walking away, and putting that energy back in yourself. All that energy you're giving it to someone who is a stalemate or who isn't given to you, give that shit back to yourself. Because you deserve it. If you're dealing with somebody who is not being receptive of what you're trying to give to them, or vice versa. If somebody's giving you all the love and you're not receptive to it, maybe it's time that you just either need to open up or walk away. This is where, again, you need to be more objective. Look at shit from your third eye, your crown chakra, and a clear heart chakra, where things are balanced. But there's definitely success in this situation. So let me know if this resonates. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.